Well, hi folks, middle of September now, so I'll just give you a quick look round what's going on, which isn't a lot, so we'll just have a look and see what's going on. Then I'm going to pull some of my carrots up over there. First time this year, the ones that I used to grow for sure, the ones that I'm growing in the sandboxes. So we'll just have a little tour about, show you what's going on or not, and then we'll get the old carrots up. So these sunflowers, this is, I don't know whether I can get any perspective in. Oop, without falling over. Can't believe the size of these heads. Look at the size of that thing. It's a good 18-inch plus across, so absolutely hilarious this has been to grow this year. And the taller ones have got the heads on now. So what I'll do a giveaway for some of the seeds. We'll do a little competition, it'll be guess the height of it and then I'll measure it or something like that. I'll figure it out in the next few days. But they're the tall ones and they're absolutely cracking. But the only thing is, if you grow a big sunflower like that in the middle of your veg beds, as you can see, it's sucking all the nutrients out. Leaves are looking yellow. But having said that, they're still producing, look, the courgettes. So it's not too bad. But those over there, the squashes that grew at the bottom of that really struggled. But then, it's not a big deal because I'd rather have something as interesting as a giant sunflower like that. Right, I've pulled all the final French beans out now. I composted most of them because I'd let them go a bit over too much and the skins were getting a bit tough. And the ones at home are still cropping the cobra, so no big deal. I'll know next year not to grow as many. Lettuces, these are the second lot of the cost lettuce I grew this year. First lot were a bit disappointing. As you can see, these have bulked up a lot more without going to seed like the first ones did, because these were a different batch. So I will use these again. I'll throw my old seed away. So I'll just chop one of these. Take one of these for next week. So yeah, there's plenty of heart in that one to go at. So they're quite good. I think I'll just take one of the last two of these. Let's have a look. I'll take one of these smaller multi-grain. I'll just show you how clean they are. That's just nothing, there's just a few old leaves underneath. And they're fantastic, they never seem to get any pests or anything. Done it again and I put it head first down. There you go, plenty to go at. Really nice crisp lettuce at this time of year. No problems whatsoever. So like I said, I've got a few of these left. It's just starting to rain. So I should be into October, which is pretty good really, I think. I've chopped all the rocket right back now. It might sprout again, it might not, but it's not a biggie. So I've got the very last sweet peas now. Again, they've been doing well. They've cropped right through from like July to nearly October. As you can see, the plant's all shriveled up now, but it's still sending a few little ones out, so might just get another couple of pickings from that. The old pond, water lilies have come up and things like that now. Need to get rid of some of this pond weed, I think, over winter. I did actually put it on just to stop it going green, because it sort of covers up the water surface. So it won't be a big deal just to scrape a bit of that out and put it on the side. But so far so good. Not seen any of the frogs or the newts lately, but we may do this year, this winter, if the frogs start spawning. We'll just have a look in this bit. This is where the kale and the Brussels sprouts are. I've just taken the cage off my Brussels sprouts because the things were growing right up to the top of it, as you can see. They were getting a bit deformed and bent. But if I get down and show you, look, I've got Brussels sprouts appearing. Now I don't know whether that's a good or a bad sign. Seems a little bit too early for me, because I've never grown a decent set of these. Oh, it's chucking it down now. Oh dear, never mind. Anyway, we'll brush through this. This is the red Russian kale, which was suffering really badly from powdery mildew. So what I did, I pulled all the dead leaves off at the bottom, as you can see, to try and get rid of anything. And I'll just let it grow again, and it seems to have grown out of it. Oh, I'm getting soaked now. So look, that should be good all winter. Like I said, it's grown out of its disease, thankfully. I think it only got it because it was too enclosed in a box and there wasn't enough air getting to it. So anyway, we'll see. Leeks are looking good. I think I might start taking some of these. They're not massive yet, but they're big enough to take. I'll just get down and show you the sort of size. Yeah, probably a couple of inches across. So more than big enough to be taken. There's no point in leaving them like I have done sometimes into winter. I mean, if we get a hard winter, they end up going to seed or going all mushy. So anyway, I'll just have a look at the last bit and then we'll get these carrots pulled out in the rain. So just before we get to the carrots, I'll just show you the main bed now. All weeded, all stripped out, cleaned up. It's got a few spring onions growing now. Got a butternut squash in there. There's some little butternut squash on it, but I don't think it's I don't think they'll ripen up properly, but we'll see. And then the turnips are growing well, need a bit of water to make them swell a bit, but not too bad. And these are the other spring onions. They're that big I could pickle them now. So anyway, we'll get a tripod set up on these carrots and see if it's feast or famine. Right then folks, let's get some of these carrots out. Sorry about the traffic noise, but living where I do, next to a main road, it's full of traffic on a weekend. So we'll have a look. I've not pulled any of these for yonks. Not expecting anything brilliant, but you never know. Settle for that one. Let's have a go at this one. Seems a bit bigger. Yeah. Good stuff. Not stumped up because I didn't plant them till a bit late. Got a few weeds in here as well. Just get rid of those as we go. Keep these rings for next year. Let's have a look. That one. It's only enough for tea tonight, so I'm not going to rob them. Yeah, pleased with those. I think that's enough. I'll just do one more. Let's have a look. This one looks a bit bigger on the top. So I'm pretty pleased with those. Not like I used to grow them, obviously, but pretty decent nonetheless. So that's just it in a in a box full of sand, bit of compost. Never watered them once this year, just left the Mother Nature to do a thing. No carrot fly, not a thing on them, if you can see. Clean as a whistle and sweet as anything. So I'm pleased with those folks. I think what I'm going to do next year, because these are just grown onto weed netting at the bottom, weed matting, so the roots get to the bottom of the compost and don't grow any deeper. My mate next door, he's got his growing into the soil, and these are always a lot bigger than mine. So because once the tap root gets to the bottom, it keeps growing down into the soil, getting more moisture and more water. So what I'll do next year when I'm emptying these is I'll cut a square of the weed fabric out and do a couple of them onto the soil and see how much better they get next year. But to be honest, pretty pleased with that. So that's about it folks, just a quick roundup and a few of my first carrots. See you later.